So I'm back in the St. Louis studio, drinking lots of water, M-I-Z. For those who are expecting or looking forward to a travel vlog, come back next week. We've got a whole bunch of travel coming up, including Copenhagen, Mexico City. Next week is some domestic travel. But I just wanted to spend a few minutes giving a McHoney McHealth update. All right. If you were intrigued by the title, there are three big things that I'm going to be sharing. The third is the big news. First update, hit my weight goal in week 7. So we started at 185.6 pounds with a 25.6% BMI. Hopefully everybody can see that. And we've done pretty well. Now, what's really important to me is, again, I'm not focused too much on weight. I'm really more focused on fitness level and strength. Between week 7 and week 11, I was still trying to do 3 days a week in the gym. Oftentimes, some was 2. Still, whenever I was in St. Louis, which I haven't been in St. Louis many weekends, I was doing the trainer, the high intensity interval training and weightlifting on Saturdays and Sundays. But what I'm very pleased with that, despite not getting into the gym quite as much as I wanted, or specifically my trainers, I was able to keep my weight flat. And I have not gone crazy. I don't consider this a diet. This is a lifestyle change. What this tells me, sustainable lifestyle changes are what's really, really important. To be able to put yourself on a diet, and as soon as you call it a diet, it means that there's an end to it. And what I've decided and concluded is that what the changes that I'm making to what I'm doing to my body between eating and physical exercise, this is not a diet. This is what I would like to do and be able to sustain for the rest of my life. BMI is down slightly. I was hoping that that might be a little bit more, but we're gonna start kicking things up a notch. 174.2. I think that weight's probably about right. There's still some more jiggle that I'd like to get rid of, but really a lot of that is just going to come with more exercise and as disciplined as I can be on the diet. But I'm not depriving myself of yummy, delicious things on occasion, and I think that intermittent fasting really helps maintain that. Second big update is I have had shoulder problems. I hurt my left shoulder playing softball, diving for a ball, probably 15 plus years ago. My right shoulder has bothered me ever since when I was playing baseball. This is not an endorsement for any type of procedure. If you have shoulder or any other issues, go and talk to your physician. I got an MRI on my shoulder. So I got platelet-rich plasma injections to both of my shoulders. I'm gonna be getting those injections over the next 3 months. And I've also met with the physical therapist. I've got a number of activities that I'm gonna be doing. And so it's really kind of the wonkiest part of my body are both of my shoulders. And with all the additional exercise that I'm doing, things are bothering more as I'm lifting weights and getting more fit. So I decided to get that taken care of. All right, now the big news, which is why many of you might be here, which is a little weird, but that's all right. We share the ups and the downs on the Doug McHoney vlog. While all these great things are happening to me physically, my blood pressure's down, my cholesterol's down, my weight's down, my BMI's down, I'm feeling healthier and fitter than I have in years, I was diagnosed with a disease. I've got 4 different spots on my head where I started losing hair. The spot that I had on my chin, I've had for a number of years. When I've talked to the dermatologist about it before, the dermatologist said, oh, it's alopecia areata. It's nothing to worry about. Your immune system will attack a certain grouping of hair follicles, and oftentimes the hair will grow back. I also have another spot up here on my cheek that has appeared at about the same time as the 3 spots on my head. I've got a spot on the top of my head, and then I have a spot on the 2 in the back of my head that look like lungs, or, you know, the state of Michigan. Alopecia areata means hair loss in patches. There's also alopecia totalis, which is loss of all hair on the scalp, and then alopecia universalis, which means you lose your hair everywhere. So this is from the American Association of Dermatology, and they said hair often grows back but may fall out again. Sometimes the hair loss lasts for many years. So alopecia it's not contagious, it's not due to nerves. 2% of the American population suffers from this at some point in their life. So 1 out of every 50 people has this. It's the immune system attacking your hair follicles. This disease most often occurs in otherwise healthy people. So I've seen 2 dermatologists, and what they've said is that this will likely get better. I am using a steroid topical cream on the patches, but I've gotten a bunch of questions like, McHoney, why is your hair so long? Why do you look like a hippie? Well, the reason my hair's so long is like, it's my comb over. I just wanted to, in full disclosure, when we're doing McHoney McHealth updates, you know, I'm not getting any younger people, and even for people that are younger, you know, stuff happens. And when you get these conditions, or if you're somebody who has a condition, it's okay. It happens to all of us. I try to put things in perspective is that I'm fortunate that if the disease I have is an autoimmune disease that causes to lose my hair in patches, I hope that is the only disease that I'm ever diagnosed with. And then I think about my buddies, you know who you are, who have the male pattern baldness. I always said that if I ever suffered from male pattern baldness, that I would just shave my head. So if you do see me at some point with a totally shaved head, it means that my patches have gone the wrong way. And if I'm going anywhere, it's going bald. So stay tuned for that. Could be an exciting edition of the Doug McHoney vlog where I show up with a shaved head. But you know, life happens, people. Just enjoy every moment. Be happy when you're healthy. Do what you can to, you know, be as sustainable and healthy as possible. There's a whole bunch of YouTube videos on alopecia areata. What's amazing to me is the amount of disinformation that is out there as far as the causes and treatments and home remedies. Go see a doctor, talk to a dermatologist, and my hope is that it clears up and you've forgotten that I've even done this video. So that's my disease, people, alopecia areata. All right, so next week we will get off of the health topic. I'm gonna try to kick things up a notch. I gotta work on my shoulders and do some physical therapy. So I'm gonna try to be a lot more diligent on the exercise front over the next 2 or 3 months, and particularly I'm traveling a lot. So stay tuned next week. We've got some domestic insanity before flying over to Copenhagen, and we've got some fun vlogs coming up. So thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, if you're new around here, stay tuned for other videos on leadership, team building. I travel all over the world. No international tax stuff, at least on the vlogs. If you like what you're seeing around here, mash that like button, people. Subscribe, get notifications for the bells, and come back next week for another exciting edition of the Doug McHoney vlog.